Popular artists come and go, but only a few are able to leave a lasting impact on the industry and inspire the next generation of artists. The Japanese rock band, Asian Kung Fu Generation, is one of those whose legacy will live on through their music and the artists that come after them. However, things weren't always easy for them, as the band was on the verge of disbanding on numerous occasions. In this video, I'm gonna introduce you to the story of Asian Kung Fu Generation, and how this iconic rock band left its mark on some of the most popular anime shows ever, and even inspired the creation of one of them. Asian Kung Fu Generation is often referred to as Ajikan because it's a rather lengthy name, and that's how I'll be referring to them in this video as well. Ajikan is a Japanese rock band consisting of 4 members: the lead vocal and guitarist, Goto Masafumi, the main guitarist, Kita Kensuke, the bassist, Yamada Takahiro, and the drummer, Ichichi Kiyoshi. If you're a fan of Bocchi the Rock, you probably have recognized by now that the members of Ajikan share the same surname and play the same instruments as the members of Keisoku Bando. That is because the author of Bocchi the Rock, Hamajiaki Sensei, is a massive Ajikan fan. However, the way Ajikan was formed might be even more dramatic than the manga. In 1996, Goto was invited to join the music club as a university freshman, but when he accidentally went to the wrong club room, he bumped into Kita. The two of them instantly hit it off, and decided to form a band. Soon after, Goto found Yamada sitting by himself in the club room, and invited him to join as well. But unlike the first 3 members, the drummer, Ichichi, didn't join the band until 1999, having been part of numerous other bands previously. Although he did reveal that he's been secretly aiming for the drummer spot for ages. For the first several years, Ajikan only performed English songs due to the members' love for bands like Oasis and the Beatles. They even released an English album, The Time Passed and I Couldn't See You Again. But the reality is, you aren't likely to find success as an indie band singing exclusively English songs in Japan. So when 2001 came around, instead of dropping out of school and focusing on their music careers like many musicians do, the members of Ajikan all graduated from university, and most started working while performing at live houses. The lead singer, Goto, also started considering quitting if the band doesn't see any breakthrough by the end of the year. Luckily, that is when they met their current manager, who completely altered the direction of the band by suggesting that they start making Japanese songs. Goto, who is the main songwriter of the band, took his advice and made Ajikan's first ever Japanese song, Konayuki. As a testament to Goto's songwriting ability, Konayuki was selected to be played on one of the biggest local radio stations, FM Yokohama. From that point on, Ajikan began performing at major live houses across Tokyo, quickly establishing their name as one of the most promising indie bands poised to break onto the scene. And that they did. On November 25th, 2002, Asian Kung Fu Generation released their first official mini-album, Hokkai Amplifier, which included a song that would go on to be chosen as the opening theme song of Naruto in March 2003, and kickstart their journey to become one of the most iconic bands in Japan, Haruka Kanata. While there's no correct answer as to what the best Naruto theme song is, I think it's fair to crown Haruka Kanata as the song that sets the tone for the rest of the show, as it also coincided with the show's progress into the tuning exams. With the band reaching their 7th anniversary, 2003 finally became the breakout year they had been waiting for. Ajikan made their major debut in April with the official re-release of Hokkai Amplifier, followed by performances at major rock festivals like Fuji Rock and Summer Sonic, where they continue to make regular appearances to this day. On November 19th, Asian Kung Fu Generation released their first full album, Kimitsunagi 5M. The album includes 2 previously released singles, with Kimi to Yuhana being one of the all-time fan favorites. Compared to many other bands who experienced success early on, Ajikan was certainly a late bloomer that had accumulated years of frustration and inspiration. So in 2004, the band not only picked up where they left off, but also took their popularity to a whole new level. They started by hosting the Nano Mugen Fest at Budokan, where they invited multiple bands with different levels of success. Then on August 4th, they released their 5th single, Rewrite, as the opening theme song of Full Metal Alchemist. The song went on to become their most popular song ever in Japan. Riding the success of Rewrite, Asian Kung Fu Generation released their second album, Sofa, which achieved #1 on the Oricon monthly chart. Just a few months ago, Ajikan needed the assistance of several other bands to book a concert at Budokan. However, after becoming arguably the hottest band in Japan, they have earned their ticket back and hosted their first ever solo concert at the historical venue on November 30th. 2005 was a relatively quiet year for Ajikan, but also a memorable one, as they performed at the Summer Sonic Festival, alongside one of their biggest inspirations, Oasis, and another legendary band, Kasabian. From 2006 to 2010, Asian Kung Fu Generation was selected to perform on the main stage at Fuji Rock, and made their first appearances at an overseas music festival, all while releasing 3 full albums, 1 mini album, and 8 singles. Some of the most notable releases include the opening theme song of Bleach, After Dark. Korogaru iwa kimi ni asa ga furu. Which was then famously covered by Bocchi as the ending theme song of the final episode of Bocchi the Rock. And Soranin, a movie theme song that was later performed on the first take. While all these releases and performances over the past 4 years have further solidified Ajikan's position in the Japanese rock scene, internally, the lead vocalist, Goto, felt that the band had been stagnating since 2010, and conflicts between members were increasing by the day. Consequently, he planned to disband Asian Kung Fu Generation at the end of March 2011, following the conclusion of their tour. However, on March 11th, 2011, a life-altering event happened and changed everything.
はい、震度の方上がりました。宮城県北部は震度7となります。津波の発生の可能性も考えられます。海岸付近の方は直ちに海岸から離れるようにしてください。はい、津波情報が発表されました。はい、大津波警報が発表されています。繰り返します。大津波警報が発表されました。
A 9.0 magnitude earthquake struck the Tohoku region of Japan, causing massive tsunamis that devastated towns and took thousands of lives. The Tohoku earthquake became the largest earthquake ever to hit Japan, and remains to this day the most catastrophic natural disaster in the country's history. And I sincerely hope that this will be the case till the end of time. Right after the earthquake struck, countless charities and donations were directed to those in need. During that period, one of the most active celebrities participating in charity events was none other than Goto Masafumi. He even launched his own foundation dedicated to those affected by natural disasters, where he personally accepts donations at Ajikan's live shows and sends them to those in need. Following this event, Goto seemed to recognize the influence he wielded, and began using his platforms to voice his opinions on political and societal issues. While Western celebrities are sometimes a bit too political these days, the level of indifference toward real-life issues by most Japanese celebrities is even more frustrating. Yes, the labels and agencies are incredibly powerful, and no one enjoys the heat that comes with controversial topics. But there comes a time when those with influence need to speak up, especially in an industry where abuse and harassment are often swept under the rug. In an ocean full of textbook PR puppets, Goto Masafumi stands out as one of the few not afraid to voice his opinions. Unsurprisingly, this led to backlash from many people, including some of Ajikan's own fans, who would comment, musicians should just focus on making music. It seems that not just the celebrities, but the entire dynamic between them and their fans still has some work to do. While the earthquake changed Goto's approach to how he uses his platforms, it also changed his mind about disbanding Asian Kung Fu Generation. Rather than quitting, he chose to rebuild the band, like Japan and the Tohoku region. With a newfound purpose, the members regrouped and aimed to bring Asian Kung Fu Generation back to form. This brings us to July 25th, 2012, when they released Sore de wa Mata Ashita for the Naruto movie, Road to Ninja. The song marked the band's long-awaited second collaboration with Naruto, after being specifically demanded by its author, Kishimoto-sensei. and was included in their 7th album, Landmark, an album that reflects on the band's struggle over the past few years and how they dealt with the heartbreaking Tohoku earthquake. In the following years, Ajikan celebrated their 10-year anniversary since making their major debut by hosting 2 sold-out concerts at the Yokohama Stadium, and released their 8th album, Wonder Future, which was recorded at Foo Fighters' private studio in LA. Then in 2016, Ajikan reminded everyone why they're one of the most influential bands in the anime song genre, re-releasing a 2004 song, Arui Arui, for the anime, Erased. The song was later covered by Bocchi again as the ending theme of the Bocchi the Rock movie. Ajikan also released another song for Naruto, Blood Circulator. This was their last involvement in the main Naruto franchise. Haruka Kanata is the second opening theme for the legendary anime, while Blood Circulator is the second to last. Although Asian Kung Fu Generation is still active, the time spent on the band's prime interestingly correlates with the course of Naruto, which is a really long time. Since then, Ajikan returned to Budokan, went on a world tour in 2017, and continued performing on the main stages at music festivals, all while releasing quality anime songs. This iconic Japanese rock band represents the youth of many people who grew up during the 2000s. But their influence doesn't stop there. Artists that came after Ajikan, like Kanabun, Yonezu Kenshi, and King Gnu, are just some of the notable names who have publicly stated the band's impact on their music. Asian Kung Fu Generation isn't just a popular band that comes and goes every few years, but one that defines a whole generation. This has been Cushion. See you next time.